Hello there, welcome to this first game as Nagaur. We're going to be doing the Raj of the Rajput Reich, which is basically conquer Germany as Nagaur. That will be a fairly interesting endeavor. Other than that, we'll probably be also doing the sun never set on the Hindustani, Indian Empire. The achievement is called one of those two things, either Indian or Hindustani Empire. Basically form Hindustan and own London, Cape, Macau, Hong Kong, and I believe something else I can't actually remember right now, but that is basically the goal. But I'm pretty sure that I can't actually form Hindustan before I actually have conquered Germany. So we'll be Nagaur for quite a while. I don't think there's any time limitations on when I can form Hindustan, so it shouldn't actually be a problem. I'll just have to wait. And as you can see, we are at one province minor in the middle of India, which is of course a problem to some degree. And of course we are going to be working towards growing, getting bigger, getting scarier, and otherwise getting stronger, more or less. And to do this, of course, we're going to need friends. We're going to need a lot of friends, and I'm basically just working on that right now. I would prefer to get Multan too, since they're another sultanate, or potentially Yampur. Yampur will probably be a better choice, so we're going to improve relations with them. Now, we're kind of in a bad position here, because we are Sunni, and we have a very terrible sultan, 102. And the funny thing here is, the region is mostly Hindu, which is not really surprising, all things considered, but that is how things are going, and that is why it will most likely be a horrible mess getting this done. The ideas are very simple. We have the Indian Sultanate traditions that currently give us +10 to cavalry combat ability, and tolerance of heathen is +3, as well as once we have completed all of the Sultanate ideas, we'll get +10 to infantry combat ability. First idea here is tolerate the idol worshippers. Religious unity +50. Another one gives us -1, sorry, not 10, to national unrest. +10 to taxes, +10 to manpower, +10 to global trade power, and +1 to yearly prestige, as well as stability cost modifier of -10. So the ideas themselves are actually fairly good. There are a couple of problems here that we're most likely going to run into. To be perfectly honest, starters, we are actually feudal monarchy, so surprisingly enough. But we do not have. Let's face it, this province is Hindu. We are Sunni. That will not work out really well in the long run, I think. So I think what we're actually going to have to do here is first and foremost just go aggressive at once. We're going to go with getting ourselves some troops. We'll not be starting the conversion of the province just yet, and the reason for that is actually fairly simple. What we want to do is actually wait until we can wage a couple of wars before we start doing anything like that. We've been warned by Mewar to not go to war against any countries, which is bad, but we will most likely just screw it, declare war on Jaisalmer. If Mewar joins, that would actually be arguably a positive thing, to be perfectly honest, because that means well, they don't like me much, because that means that we can probably drag Delhi into this. And if we manage to drag Delhi into this, then it will be far easier to win the war. But I can also do a very naughty thing here to some degree. What I am going to aim at doing here is basically getting to the coast. Then we're going to take exploration ideas, basically get ourselves colonized down here, up in Africa, and basically westernize that way. Then we can just conquer our way to Europe, or colonize, whatever you want to do. And basically once we are in Europe, we'll be focusing on, of course, Germany. And we'll have a pretty big power base in India, which will most likely be very, very good to have. And I'm a little bit unsure how I'll handle the Mamluks and the Ottomans once we get there. But again, if I manage to westernize here without any problems, that shouldn't really be anything that I need to be concerned about. We also lost our royal marriage with Delhi. They are protective of us now, which is not the best setting ever. But it is what it is. I would really prefer it if I could get Jampur as well, but again, that is something that is a little bit doubtful. Sin will join, but Delhi will not. I think Delhi will not join due to probably loans. Delhi is in debt and they have a protective attitude, so we're going to have to try and improve the relations that we have with Delhi. And I guess in this case, I should probably just see if we can get them into a more agreeable attitude, more or less. Mewat wants to have an alliance. Mewat is what? No thanks. Is this one province minor here? Again, it could probably be useful, but I don't think so. I would more likely prefer to be allied with Jampur, but we'll have to see if I can make that work. For now, I'm just improving relations with Delhi. I'm fabricating claims on Mevar, because if I end up in a war with them, I am going to take the lion's share of land. And, well, that's basically it. I'm just going to have to... don't want to lose... This is bad no matter what I choose. In this case, I think we'll just have to take control of the situation, and the reason for that is really, really simple. If I do not take control of the situation, I'm going to end up in a very, very bad, well, place to some degree, thanks to the fact that I still don't want to join. That's too bad. But as I was saying here, if things go badly, Malwa. Oh my, I think I just got the alliance that I need here to declare the war. Malwa will join, and they do actually have enough troops to be a threat. So I think we're just going to go up here on the army maintenance, and we're going to most likely fight a war. Probably. How's my air? Is it good? 012. Crappy as well. Might as well just make a general out of him too and see who's the best one. They have a flat 1 shared between them, so that's interesting. I do get a little bit of free piety here, which is good. That means that I should be able to start the conversion of the province relatively soon. Hopefully. But, yeah, I'm going to declare 1 Dhandh here. They're allied with Jaisalmer, and Mewa is going to join in just because they can. Delhi will most likely not again, so it is what it is. If I can, I think I'll go for vassalizing these guys, because again here, one of the problems with India is that they have the increased coring cost due to Rajput traditions, and thus vassalization and diplomatic annexation is probably the best choice. Also considering the fact that I do need to get to the first idea set, so I can actually choose exploration, and there's 2 tags up there, so it's going to be a little bit of a annoying ride to get there, but not too much I can do about that. But yeah, I think it's time that we declare war on Dhandh here. Malwa will join, which is good, and it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see here. We are currently at war with these 3. Gondwana is actually a vassal of Malwa, so with that, and if we consider that, it should actually be a very straightforward thing here, all things considered. Hopefully, if I can run. I'll have to run into Delhi here not to just lose my army. Basically, I will be most likely entering or joining the battles, but I think I'll try and hide my troops wherever I can, in this case just to make sure they survive. And right now I got caught because I didn't pay attention. Now, why did I lose that much morale? It's because of the amount of troops. Ooh, that was a very quick wipe. I think I've lost this war. No, I think the funny thing is, again, I'm probably going to have to rely on my allies here to win it for me, but they should be perfectly capable of doing that, hilariously enough. So we'll have to see how this goes. If things go well, I'll probably be able to vassalize 2 nations, but I'm a little bit unsure if I want to vassalize both of them, or if I just want to vassalize one, conquer the other, just to give myself a little bit of a power base. I think that will probably be for the best. But we'll have to see here. At least now they are doing the conquest for me, which is wonderful. What I'll probably end up doing is annexing Howdidi, or Howdodi, whatever you want to call them, because I don't want to have an extra vassal. I can only have 1 vassal right now with my allies. So I don't want to overexert myself and do something silly, like losing my army again. But I really wish that I could make Delhi join this war. It would make things a lot easier, a lot safer. But I should really have checked this out. If I knew there was an Inquisitor here, I would probably have chosen him rather than anything else, to be perfectly honest. Right now, it will take me 38 months to convert it, so we might as well just begin. I'll have to take some loans, probably. I might just go for getting rid of my army in its entirety. Of course, if these people fight the war for me. But I'll have to wait and see. For now, if there's any bigger battles, I'll show you. If not, I'm just going to rely on well, on my allies to fight this war for me, and hopefully I'll get what I'm after. If I can't vassalize Mevar here, I'll probably go for taking Malwa, most likely, and probably something else. Now this is annoying here that, oh, they actually did come and help me. Good. Very, very important, very important. But yeah, I'll just have to, again, play it safe, rely on Malwa, Gundvan and Bundelkhand to wage the war for me, and then we'll see how things go. There we go, the first siege has been done and we won it. There's also a battle here that we can probably join just for that little bit of prestige. I really would have preferred it to stop these guys from messing up my missionary, but I think I'll have to wait for Sin to recover morale for that. So hopefully these guys will also make some moves soon, because right now they're just standing still. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can get Sin to move there, so for now we'll just have to wait, see if we can siege this, and of course rely on these guys to actually do some moves, and they actually did, so good on them. They were nice enough to actually hand Doti over to me, which is good. And as I said, the goal of this war would more or less be to vassalize Mevar, but since they are co-belligerent, I'm pretty sure that I can't. Yeah, as you can see, the total cost of the provinces is a little bit too great. So I guess in this case we'll take Malwa and Doti and just move from there. I'll probably annex these guys later then, rather than do anything else at the moment. And we'll see how that pans out. In this case, I guess we'll take the piety for the money, even though it's a little bit, even though I already am out of money. The piety is kind of very important right now, because it's just so incredibly necessary to be able to convert everything. And as you can see, we're getting an extra 2.2% right now. If we wage another war, we'll be up at 3%. So it will be really, really important here. Unfortunately, it seems like Delhi is going to split up here, which could be both good or bad, depending on how you want to look at things. But for now, I think, yeah, again, we're going to just improve relations with Jampur and move from there. I'll just wait for the CGC to finish again, and we'll see what kind of deal I come up with here, but it'll probably be pretty harsh, I think. And once I actually do conquer something, we're going to just up the what's it called? I'm stuck. I'm just going to up the autonomy, because well, there will be rebels, let's just say that. That is basically what will happen. There will be most likely a lot of rebels. So I need to take that into consideration when I make my moves here. Now, I think Mevar is probably in the mood for peace. So let's see, can I get just Malwa? No. I think in this first war I'll just take Malwa. Hadoti won't be too important to claim. I think this is bad. So again here, I did actually lose stability point. I will have to boost it up. Religious unity actually make this incredibly expensive, but it has to be done. So that is a really, really bad start. A tremendously bad start. And I'll probably get in trouble here too, but we'll have to see. For now, again, I'll just allow the sieges to continue, and I'll see what I end up with in terms of a peace deal. But right now, things are not looking too good, to be perfectly honest. And of course, that is a major issue. So I'll just sit back and do some conquest, I guess. So Mevar did actually just lose their second province in a siege here. So I think I'm actually just going to go for Malwa. It's going to be the simpler choice, more or less. And other than that, I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do, but I think I'll take as much money as I can get away with, because it's going to be important to actually have cash. So Malwa will be losing Malwa, which is interestingly enough. And I think I'm also just going to go for a straight out annexation of Jaisalmer here. So that with that I do now have a little bit of power. But I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do with Dunda here, because let's face it, I can't really do much except just vassalizing them. That's basically the only thing that really makes sense here. And then I can just force feed them some of the land in other wars, most likely another war against Mevar, as soon as the truce runs out in 59, or potentially Mevat. I'm not sure if these guys are actually fabricating claims on anything, but it doesn't look like it. So I'll have to see what I'll do there. But for now, again, the course will have to be made, and in power-wise, we are gaining so little, so slow, that I don't really want to take the chance of getting any more overextension I already have. As you can see, thanks to war exhaustion, religious unity and everything, we are kind of in a troublesome position as is. So I think, just for my own safety too, that I'm just going to go for a vassalization of these guys, because that will be most likely the thing that will be most helpful in the long run, I would presume. So we're just going to vassalize them, and again, I just need to get close to the coast. I don't really need anything else, so I can always feed these guys any other province that I end up waging wars for. So hopefully that will work out to my advantage. Let's face it, we're going to fight Mevar again, so we might as well just set them as a rival. Do we want to fight Multan? I kind of think we do. They are a sultanate with Kathiawar, probably. We need to get to the coast, as such. We probably want to fight Multan, as I said here, because of the simple fact that Multan do actually have some new provinces, and secondly of all, they're not expensive to take. So if I take just go for a straight out war and next Multan, that would probably be more beneficial to me than going east or south right now, to be perfectly honest. And then I can even take out Sindh if I want to after that. But the problem with Multan is that they're allied with Jampur, and Jampur do actually have, I believe, or I would at least expect, a pretty sizable army. Let's see here if I can actually find them on the list. They don't actually have that much of an army then. No, there they are. They actually have a 13,000 man army. So I definitely need to be able to drag in my allies, in this case most likely Delhi, hopefully. So we'll have to see what happens there. For now, however, I'll just allow the course to be finished. I'll fabricate a claim on Mevar, because I can, because there's no better thing to actually use my guys for right now. And again, the plan is most likely to feed Dunda. Even though they aren't Sunni, which I would prefer, they are should be pretty stable as a Hindu nation. So we'll have to see what happens there, but for now, there's not really too much I can do. And again, in Nagaur, Jaipur, I would prefer to ally them, but I really can't. So that's too bad. But for the time being, not really much I can do about that. I'm going to fabricate a claim on Kathiawar here. Unfortunately, they're allied with Nagaur, so I'll have to make I'll have to tack on a opportune moment if I do this. So I might as well wait. But anyways, that is the first episode of this. We have made a tiny bit of progress, and hopefully we'll make some more next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully we'll be able to conquer Germany. I'll see you next time. Bye.